Is this one okay here? Yes. Good. We are moving.
Or in the center?
I think it's good here. It's good.
Bhajne
Thank you so very much to all of our musicians and our singers. My dear mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, fellow pandits, Bhaiya Lake, children all. I clasp my palms and I bow my head in saying namaste to all of you. And on behalf of Seva4Life, on behalf of its members, its donors, its recipients, I welcome you here today to this pilgrimage, where we are all able to take a dip in the fount of knowledge, as would be expounded by our Vyas in a few moments. Brothers and sisters, we are all so fortunate to be here at this time. Anywhere we look, we can watch outside and see the beautiful sun. And we could be enjoying nature. But we all thought of better. That the nectar from the Ram Charit Brahmas is more important for us all to take a dip so we can cleanse our inner self. The only organization that I know that is not a religious body in the world, Seva4Life, is the only organization that puts as its foundation, God, Bhagwan. Think of any organization that does that does humanitarian work. Seva, Panditji talked about it. I late last night talked about what Seva is. So as our Panditji expounded tonight, from the Ram Charit Ramanas, and as we sit where we are, how can we inculcate that information He's given unto us? Until if you take a look at your right and your left, is another godly soul sitting next to us. Are we not fortunate? On behalf of all of you, I would like to introduce to you our Vyas for this evening. He is no stranger to us. He lived in Canada before. He is in Florida. He is from Trinidad. But Panditji have conducted yagyas and discourse all across the world. And during COVID, up and until now, he used the medium of the internet to touch souls in a positive way. He is also the leader, the spiritual leader at the Amar Jyoti Mandir in Miami, and also the Devi Mandir in Pickering. Brothers and sisters, he's an accomplished singer. Tonight is not about singing, but tonight is about our Vyas, taking and bringing apart the nectar from the Ram Charit Ramanas. And the underlying question will be for us tonight, is the message that he is about to give to all of us, is it relevant today as it were at that time? Brothers and sisters, we will clasp your palms and bow our heads as I introduce to you our brother, our learned Vyas. I know him as my own brother Panditji. As we gave him that platform, that seat of comfort, but a seat of respect and honor, as we ask you, Bhaiya, turn the pages and give us from the fount of knowledge. Our Vyas Maharaj ki, over to you.
Jai Sita Ram Satvai. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Jai Guru Datta, Om Sai Ram. Pleasant good evening to each and everyone. My dear brothers and sisters, let us sit upright for a few minutes. Firstly, my dear brother Joe, thank you so much, Panditji, for that wonderful introduction. As we sit upright with our backs straight, you want to place your palms of your hands like this on your laps, let them go thighs, let them face upwards, so we create the energy going up. Gently close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, and as you exhale, just drop your shoulders and relax. Let the body feel at rest. Now we take another deep breath. Fill the lungs to capacity, let that fresh oxygen flow to every single capillary in the body, energizing, purifying, and uplifting. Pay attention to the breath now as you exhale. Take another deep breath once again, fill the lungs to capacity, let the positive vibrations, the beautiful smell of the earth penetrate our mind, the bodies and souls, refreshing us. Again, drop that shoulder and relax. Now to the center of the forehead, lighten that light, that spiritual being called the Tejas, as we instill the Murti for that image of Hanuman's divination, Prathama Puja Vinaya. We subliminally bow to Him before Him others. Hari Sri Ganeshaya Namah Shri Saraswati Namah Sri Guru Charanamale Namo Guru Brahma Guru Gurudeva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now, we will read the movie Mother Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita Namastasya Namastasya Looking upon Lord Kailash, seated on that nice hill is going on. When one Shiva blesses us to be a higher position, we call upon Him now. Karunataram Samsara Saram Bhujagetaram Sada Vasantam Hridayarite Bhavamani Sangitam Hanuman ji, Bharat Mahavir Swami, remove all obstacles to our body tonight, the source of energy and strength. Atulit Bharat Eva Shenavadeham Dandavat Vishayamyayanam Sakala Gunanidanam Bharanati Raghupati Priya Bhatam Bhavatinam Codlin Hanuman Shri Krishna, we close this mystical air for the last week tonight, energizing and uplifting and opening the 7 major chakras in his body, we call upon Him now. Vasudeva Sukam Devam Ansijanurvardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Yaraya Dharmasya Jnanil Bhakti Bharaya Abhyuthasa Dharmasya Tadatmanam Srilayam Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Dushkritam Dharmasamsthar Pranamaya Sambhavani Yuge Yuge Praise the Lord in Sri Ramayan, Goswami was such a nice, beautiful prayer. The very first sloka of Ramayan Mahamkarana chapter 1, called Mangala, as he glorifies Hanuman's creation, he glorifies the Sri Valmiki, and of course, Madhavani, the goddess of speech, as we call upon tonight, Seva4Life is a chant from Sri Ramayan's Mangala Shakam, the Swami Tulsidas Sri Brothers and sisters, last night in this course we learned that the composer of the Sri Gayatri Mantra was none other than the sage Vishwamitra. This Maha Mantra, this mantra of all mantras, most powerfully, it brings great power and great purpose to us once it is chanted properly. Tonight I ask all of us again, please celebrate and chant 3 times. The Gayatri Mantra, assume this posture for prayer and devotion. Take a deep breath again. In the practice of yoga, there exists a meditation, a form of meditation called Mauna. Mauna means silence. And we go into silence to retune or to recalibrate our minds with the blessings of Hanuman, with the energy that emanates from the altar tonight. Before we go into Mauna, 1 minute of silence, utmost silence. We all have beautiful ringtones, including me on my cell phones. For the purpose of this next 2 hours, I'd like you to please silence those ringtones or turn them off. We'll appreciate that. And then with your palms like this placed on your thighs, sit upright again. And 1 minute of absolute silence, as we did last night. Let your mind listen to the sound, but even more importantly, make that connection. Connect an imaginary ribbon tonight to the feet, a red ribbon, from your hands to the feet of Mahavir Swami, Bharat Hanumanji. Hari. take a minute to ask yourselves and question yourselves, what sound were you hearing when the whole building went silent? Hopefully it's the name of Ram, or you're busy connecting that red ribbon to the feet of Mahavir Swami. As we do every night, in our Kathas, we begin by glorifying Bhagwan Sri Ganesha, Pratama Puja Vinayaka, the removal of all obstacles, the darling son, Mother Parvati and Bhagwan Shiva, Principal Gajanan Swami Ki. Shuklam Bharat Vishnu Shashivaram Chaturabhujam Prasanna Bhai Sarvavignam Prashantaye. Jai Jai Ganpati, Jai Ganpati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganpati, Jai Gणपति know the defeat of our gurus. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. What's the rest? Lovely. Mother and father first, I don't tell this. Mother and father, this bond of friendship is for life. You will always reside in my heart. Oh mom, oh daddy, you are my devotion, you are my God. You are my salvation, you are my Shiva. You are my inspiration, you are my practice, you are my worship, you are my adoration. Being in the company of you, my dear mother and father, makes me believe that I am in the company of Lord Shiva himself. For those of us whose parents are alive on this planet today, count your blessings. And for those of you whose parents have gone to the beyond tonight, I ask you to subliminally bow to those beautiful feet, kiss them, subliminally, and seek the blessings. Feel the energy now. This Bharat Sevashram ashram is pregnant tonight with positive vibrations, spiritual vibrations emanating from the altar. All of you blessed souls tonight, receive the blessings of our Guru. Guru Matra Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha, Guru Matra Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha, Tere Charan Gure Sai, Firstly, Prema Swamiji, all the pundits tonight, members of, executive members of Seva4Life, and of course, members of the Bharat Seva Sangha Ashram, Uncle Lake, I see you as well, pranam to you, Uncle Ji, to you wonderful devotees who have come night after night, last night, and of course here today, and hopefully tomorrow morning as well. All the musicians and children, let's give them a lovely round of applause. What an amazing team we have tonight. To all those joining us all over the world tonight, I say Swagatam Pranam, thank you for joining us last night as well, and thank you for your continued support virtually. To my dear mother and father listening down in Trinidad, Pandit Shri, Teacher Tulsi Persad, my mother Ms. Grace Persad, and bow to your lotus feet. I say Swagatam, seeking your blessings, uncles, aunties, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, friends, children. Welcome. Blessed be are we to be in Satsangh tonight here in this beautiful ashram. Time is certainly going to be against us tonight, but let's not worry about time. It's Saturday night. Nobody has to work tomorrow morning, right? We're going to be back here tomorrow morning. As it's Shanivar, we are blessed tonight to have my dear cousin-in-law, Mahanji Balaram Chenji, who I will ask to join us in chanting now the 40 glorious verses of Sri Hanuman Chalisa. This perhaps the most potent form of spiritual meditation ever given to mankind, composed by Kavi Sabha Sahitya Chakravarti Goswami Tulsidas Ji. Let us blend our voices now as we sing. Praise the Lord Putra Hanuman Ki. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukul Sudhar
Seva4Life.
that red ribbon that we connected earlier on this evening. And let that energy continue to flow. And let it remove any negativities, any ill thoughts, any illnesses. If you know of anyone who's sick and suffering, and there are many in this world today, channel the energy that we just emanated from this Sri Hanuman Chalisa straight to wherever they are, whether they're in ICU, whether they're in hospice, or whether they're sitting at home. Devotees, it is so easy to please Sri Hanumanji. You know, Sindoor, the Bhajan tells us, is everything to him. We sing his praises with love in our hearts and have the utmost faith that the son of Anjaneyama, we offer praises to him and we will indeed be blessed. There is no other form of God like Hanumanji. He is the most, perhaps the most worshipped Lord in this universe. In every home, in every temple, you will find his murti, you will find a picture. And many devotees in this world, including you and I, continuously chant the Sri Hanuman Chalisa, which he did so beautifully. He offers his utmost devotion, of course, to who? The feet of Maryada Purushottam Sri Ramchandraji. And when there's ever discontent, whenever there's trouble in this world, he is the one who leads us to spiritual bliss. This beautiful bhajan we sing tonight. Hanuman ko kush karna aasan hota hai. Praise the Lord, Hanuman ki. Hanuman ko kush karna aasan hota hai. that is infused in the presence of our Lord. Tonight, we'll take a very divine spiritual plunge into the pages of Sri Ramchandra. We first begin tonight, Goswami Tulsidas ji ne kaha, Ramayan sunan, jo sumirat siddho, garnayak karni. A beautiful prayer glorifying Bharat Sri Ganesha, and of course, our Saraswati and Sri Ramayan. Jo sumirat siddho, garnayak karni. एक कथा है किसी नाम का the search for Mother Sita begins. Tonight we'll go into one of perhaps the most beautiful parts. Bhagwan, Goswami Tulsidas Ji gave us a beautiful composition, one of his compositions called Sankat Mochan. Have you heard of this? Sankat Mochan. We are going to look at Sankat Mochan firstly and touch on why we serve, how we serve, whom we are really serving, and the importance of collaboration, unity, steadfastness, determination, faith, and the collective spirit of humility, joy, and peace. And what are we referring to? Seva4Life. All of these adjectives point to this wonderful organization. Our scriptures tell us man should get rid of ahankar. What is the ahankar? The ego. That feeling that I am the doer. We do something and we look for something in return. We do something and we need a pat on the back. Oh, great job. That was wonderful. You see, as long as ego is dominant, that Atmic conscious will never exist. It doesn't want any part of it. Man, it says, the egoist could never recognize the Atma. One who has ego will never recognize his Atma. It is egoism that is the root of all of our troubles. Whether you're a pundit, whether you're a musician, whether you're a politician, whether you're even a teacher in school, egoism is the root of all of our troubles. It is a kind of delusion that is based on a misconceived notion that the body is real and it is permanent. So while we are alive, make it look good. Take care of the body, not the mind and the soul. The truth is otherwise, as we know. From an early age, one has to recognize the evanescence of this body, and the sense of the control, and the desires prompted by every single one of the organs, all the sense organs. Desires are never ending, there's always a never ending quest. I want. Not so. The pursuit of wealth, power, position, it can only end in misery. Think about this for a second. Those things can only end in misery. Instead, one should take refuge in God and dedicate all actions to God. I didn't do this for here. I did not do this for you or you. I did it for God. And that is all that matters. Tune out everything else. Don't look for any accolades. In spite of this precious birth as a human being, we lead a life worse than even the animals. And you know something? Animals are not consumed by envy. Did you notice? They're not consumed by this. They do not take pride in their possessions. Maybe they're young ones. But in general, they don't take pride in their possessions. They have no bank balances. Well, let me clarify that. I think people do open bank accounts in their pets' names, not so. It's in the States anyways. They have no monthly salaries. But you know what? They live happily from moment to moment. Have you ever seen a dog frown? It may bark or may growl at you a little frown. Think about this. Whatever food and shelter you give them, they're happy. A man's knowledge and skills have increased, but the morale, the caliber is declining. We still have to discover that secret of good life, and that can only be found at the feet of Hanuman. We have to realize that we have taken birth not for the enjoyment of these worldly pleasures, but to realize divine destiny. May come who? Who am I? Where am I going? And how am I going to get there? Those are the questions that we need to answer. And hopefully tonight's Kathaa will help us towards that. You see, to indulge in demonic actions by having human form, it means we are degrading our human nature. Of what use our wealth and position if we don't have peace of mind? How many of us can, you don't have to raise your hand, I'll raise my hand. How many of us, when we put our heads on the pillow at night, we go in an instant, go to sleep that is, in an instant. That is called peace of mind. A quiet conscience is your biggest jewel. A quiet conscience is your biggest jewel. And to achieve inner peace, we have to subdue all of these negative thoughts and only be focused and centered on God. It's a tough thing to do, you know. When I asked you earlier on to go into a minute of silence, where did your minds go? You don't have to answer me, but just reflect back on that. It's a very difficult thing to do. Do not hanker after leadership. Look around the world today and see what happens. Politicians' lives, the kind of life they live. I'm not saying don't listen, aspire to become the Prime Minister, President, whatever have you. That's great, you have my support. But be very careful of this ego, which comes into you once you have that power. Once you are able to take charge and control, that ego kicks in. True service, Seva, consists of helping the poor, the forgotten or the forlorn in society, the downtrodden, with humility, with dedication, with love. That's all that matters. It has to be done with love. This is full service to the divine, because you know, service to man is service to God. This is Seva4Life. Dil mein Ram, heart mein Ram. Ram is in my heart, and service is with the hand. But once you said to Seva4Life's hands in society, and head in the forest, don't look for any accolades. Prepare yourself for serving the people with God in your hearts and strength in your arms. Seva4Life and a multitude of projects, and I applaud them. I should say us because I am part of Seva4Life as well. I applaud us, this group, for this school for girls. We'll talk a little bit about this a little later tonight. The Sri Hanuman Ashtakam, popularly known as the Sangha, portrays the inspiring glory of Sri Hanumanji as the eliminator of obstacles and suffering. I repeat, in case you didn't hear me. It glorifies Sri Hanumanji as the eliminator of obstacles and suffering. I don't think there's anybody in this world who is free from obstacles. There always are obstacles in our lives. But here's the answer, devotees. Sankat Mochan. This Goswami Tulsidas Ji composed the Hanuman Chalisa with so much love, devotion and faith. But here, this sublime composition, it says, by remembering and chanting these awe-inspiring verses, it's an ashtak, so it's only 8 verses, you can unlock the secrets of success. Who doesn't want to be successful? Though not as well known as the 40 verses of Sri Hanuman Chalisa, these 8 powerful verses of Sankat Mochan are highly reflective and lyrical. Kavi Samrat Sahij Chakravarti Goswami Tulsidas is a saint of deep knowledge and wisdom, and he has encapsulated profound Vedantic truths in these verses and shown us now the way to overcome all one's problems and to reach permanent happiness. These beautiful verses not only help one to overcome the mundane problems of daily living, but provide a guiding light to spiritual seekers, pointing out all of the requisite qualities needed for realization and attaining spiritual bliss. The word Sankat means problems, and Mochan refers to one who liberates. So Sankat Mochan, one who liberates problems. Very often, despite of all sincere endeavors, one feels totally inexperienced sometimes and helpless in facing, overcoming problems. Not so. But as long as we are besieged with difficulties, there can never be peace. Life's predicament, it has a unique knack of hitting us where it hurts the most, and so the trials and tribulations of life. In such desperate situations, there comes a crying need for some hope, some anchor, something to hold on to while confronting such severe circumstances. Sri Hanumanji is renowned for eliminating these tribulations and a large number of eminent personalities, and hence he is known as the one who removes obstacles and brings peace and happiness. Therefore, in every verse of the Sankat Mochan, it ends with the refrain, and I'd like you to sing with me. संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी। वो हनुमान जी, who in the world does not know that your name, Sankat Mochana, is the deliverer from all sorrows. Devotees, let us blend our voices now as we sing this Sankat Mochana hashtag. If you need a copy, please feel free to go to your phones, look it up on Google, sing along with us. Please ask Hanuman to remove any of our problems and obstacles in our lives. Pranavo Pavana Kumar Karnaval Paak Jnaan Bhai Jasu Hridaya Vasuram Charita Bharas Mera Bhimashani Oh the versatility of this Sankat Mocha heal every problem that exists in your lives today. Devotees, tonight's Kathaa focuses particularly on the third verse of this Sankat Mocha. Angad ke sang le gaye siya, khoj kapis yahan main ucharo, जीवती नाम को विचारो हमें जो बिना सुधि लाए यहाँ पर धारो हे निखके तब सिंधु सबे तब नायसिया सुधि नानो नाचनी और it describes the story of the Vahanas. Now, when our scriptures were translated from Sanskrit into English, the British did a very unjust thing to all very holy sacred scriptures. Because they translated word for word. There's no way you can take one word in Sanskrit. Swami and I were talking last time. One word in Sanskrit and translate it into one word of English. No, unlikely. Because this Sanskrit is so powerful. So they took the word Bharat, and what did they translate it into? Monkey. My Lord is not a monkey. Don't ever make that mistake in front of me. He may assume that form. Ashta siddhi navamidhi ke data samana deen janati mata. That ain't no monkey. Vanar will use the word tonight. The Vanars were instructed by Sri Rama and Sugriva when they went and searched for Mother Sita, to look into every nook and cranny, to knock on every door, to turn over every rock, and find where Mother Sita is. Tonight, we transition now very beautifully into Sri Ramacharita. Goswami Tulsidas tells us in this opening doha. Let us hear what he says. Praise the Lord Ramacharita Bhagavan ki Jai. This conversation was taking place between Sugriva, Nal, one of the engineers, they were Neil and Nal, and of course Hanumanji. They started off this journey bubbling with enthusiasm and confidence, ready to slay any demon they met. Sorry for any demon who came in their way, they were ready to slay them. Why? Just so they could find Mother Sita. However, very soon, the heat, the hunger, the thirst, and the exhaustion overcame them. If you have ever taken a journey into a forest, under dry circumstances, you will understand what I mean. Incidentally, if you have friends and relatives in India, you might want to reach out to them. This morning, their morning, was 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates to about 37 degrees Celsius in New Delhi. That is heat. What is the boiling point of water, temperature-wise? Come on, physics students. 32 degrees, not so? 100 degrees Fahrenheit, yes, away from the States. 100 degrees. That is hotter than the boiling point of water. All the elephants, they were hosing them down the water to keep them cool, unbearable. This heat, especially in the south of India, overcame the boundaries. Now the autumn season, their autumn season in India, had dawned upon the world. What happens in autumn? The rains began to fall, or the rains subsided, and the earth now shone responded, everything was green. You see, greed weakens when gladness grows. When the heart becomes pacified, when the heart becomes satisfied, greed weakens. The desires diminish. So too, the waters evaporated when the star of Agastya appeared on the sky, Goswami Tulsidas tells us. The mind is rendered pure and pellucid when desire and delusion disappear. So too, the rivers now became clean and rendered clear. Bhagavan Sri Ram said these words to Lakshman, Bhaiya. How beautiful is that word? Enjoy it. Bhaiya. So beautiful. Bhaiya. It is time to alert Sugriv. Now that the search is about to begin, Lakshman paid heed now to the commands of his brother. He asked Hanumanji, who was a daily visitor to the hermitage, to remind Sugriv of the task ahead. Brothers and sisters, Hanumanji was most earnest and anxious to fulfill Rama's orders. There's not a single episode in Ramayan, in the entire Ramayan, where he ever said no or denied Rama's request. He alerted Sugriv immediately and very effectively indeed. Goswami Tulsidas now puts pen to paper. We go back now to Sri Ramacharita. Let us see what it says. सोई रघुभागी जो रघुवीर चरण अनुरागी असेयु मागी चरण सिरुनाई चले हरसी सुमित्र रघुनाई. Sri Ram beckoned Lakshmanji, and with a touch of his hands on Hanumanji's head, Sri Ram transmitted a special blessing and power to him. Recognizing Hanumanji as a devotee, a Seva, a Dasi, Sri Ram then entrusted the signet ring to him. You'll recall the signet ring when they were crossing the river. I'll come to that in a second. But we just sang the Sri Hanuman Chalisa also. One of the verses, one of the Chaupas, Prabhu Mudrika Meri Mukhamahi Jaladhilam Gidya Achal Janadi. That was the signet ring that would play a very significant role in identifying who Hanumanji was, because Mother Sita had never met him before. That was in Lanka Kand. Some other time when we are back, we'll do this Kathaa for you. Many people ask, where did this ring appear from? Sri Ram was in the forest. Mother Sita was kidnapped. Where did this ring come from? But many people ask this question, not concerned about the blessings of the Lord, but only to raise questions. Where did the ring? Where did you get the ring from? Devotees, what in this world is difficult for the Lord of this universe to reproduce in a second? Should we question the ability of Bhagwan Sri Ram? Anything is impossible. Hanumanji, one of my adjectives to describe him, he is known as Mr. Nothing is Impossible. Why? Because nothing is impossible when the name of Ram is on your tongue. Every single word, thought and deed from Baba, Hanuman Baba, he started off with what? Jai Shri Ram. Try it now. Anytime you have a headache or you feel down, you feel downtrodden, you feel out, Jai Shri Ram. I can't guarantee the headache will go away, but you will feel better just by calling the name of Ram. When Guha or Kevat, the boatman, took Sri Ram across the river, Sri Ram felt very uncomfortable about not having something to offer this boatman. And Sita Devi, understanding Rama's sentiments, she handed over a ring to him. Kevat, however, refused this ring when it was presented to him by Sri Ram. The Ramayana makes no notes or references that it was ever given back to Sita Devi. Lord Rama kept this ring, and it's the same ring that bears his name, Rama, that was handed over to Hanumanji. Brothers and sisters, Goswami Tulsidas writes now, let us see what he says in this next beautiful chapter. Of Ramachandra Bhagwan Ki. Pati Sundaram. Absolutely beautiful. Even Madhuram like honey. This is Ramayan. You know, last night I was telling Bhaiya Roy, I was seated uncomfortably on the Singhasan. There were 2 cushions and so they removed it, but I went home with a serious pain in my leg. You know, after you all sang this Shri Ram Jai Ram, pain gone. Jai Shri Ram. Brothers and sisters, Bahu Prakar Sita hi samjhai. Do what you can to comfort Sita ji. This is what Lord Rama is saying to Hanuman ji. Kahi pal viraha beghi tumai. What are you going to tell her? I am your, in her absence, O Hanuman ji. Go with all speed, find her. Hanuman ji, Hanumanta jant sapala karimana chale hriday dhari kapi nidhana. Kripa nidhana, sorry. He considered it a life blessing to have been given that duty with the ring. Take now to go and locate Mother Sita. Brothers and sisters, Hanumanji felt that his life had been fulfilled, that he has been entrusted with such an amazing task, and he kept the blessings of the Lord in his heart. Tonight, devotees, as we glorify Mahavir Swami, I want to hear you sing your songs so beautifully, Ramayana. Let us glorify Mahavir Swami. Prabhu Ramachandra ki Puna Hanumanta Anandeva. Prabhu Ramachandra ki Puna Hanumanta. Prabhu Ramachandra ki Puna Hanumanta Anandeva. Prabhu Ramachandra ki Puna Hanumanta. dear brothers and sisters, once the command was given and Hanumanji was revealed, all the banners, they began to ransack. You know the meaning of ransacking, right? To turn everything upside down. Any home, any house, any kutia, any rock, any cave, they were hungry now to find Mother Sita. They were on their way, and they came across, if they were to come across a Muni or Swami, they would take the blessings. But God forbid if they came across a Rakshas. You know which we say is lips. Yes, they would beat the Rakshas, looking now to find Mother Sita. They took every Rakshas, they treated every Rakshas, as they were around. Sugree then called the leaders of the Bharat, and he initiated now all of these arrangements. He gave everyone directions to go, east, west, north, south, and so forth. Hanumanji led the entire segment, or the army, so to speak, of armies to the south, and dancing and jumping now. Prabhu Ramachandra ki Duta Hanumantanjalaya. They made their way now forward. Goswami Tulsidas writes in this Doha, let us see what he says, as the Mahadevanas made their way now to find Mother Sita. In this final part of our Kathaa tonight, after a short while being in the forest, looking, searching for Mother Sita, the Bharas became very thirsty. They became very hungry because all they had in their mind was not food or water. It was to find Mother Sita. And forgetting Mother Sita for a few minutes now, they went in search of water, thirst. Hanumanji declared there was no sign of water at this present location and suggested he would climb up onto a mountain to look for water. Eventually he found a cavern, and in this cavern was a Devi, and this Devi, Seva4Life, offered them water, a bath, a cool bath in a pool that was in there, and also food, fruits, lots of fruits to eat. Our Kathaa takes us to where the Vanas ate and drank, and once they were satiated, they approached Seva4Life. They asked her, she asked them, where were they going? They replied they were in a quest to find Mother Sita. She says, my name is Seva4Life, and tonight we won't go into the story of how she became this holy person in this location at this time. But simply to say, she said to them, close your eyes, just like we did earlier on in the Yagya tonight. She asked them to close their eyes, and they broke into silence now. And then she said, Banners, look outside of this cave on a seashore. in a beautiful city and a charming garden, alone, Mother Sita is by herself. You will see her without a doubt. Devotees, when you go into the mountain, when you go into jnana meditation, and you close these two physical eyes, it is only then you can see. What we see is material. What we see is impermanent. What we see is not real. But the minute we close our eyes, we're able to travel. We're able to travel in a matter of milliseconds. In a matter of milliseconds, we can travel faster than any of these spacecrafts or airplanes in this planet. And this is what she coached them. She taught them how to use the mind and listen to their quest now. Swayambhava was very delighted because she was told, she was given a curse. When the emissaries of Sri Ram has arrived, she would have to assist them, and then she would be granted liberation or mukti. Brothers and sisters, she asked the Vanas, how are they searching for Mother Sita, and whether they are doing so with the eyes closed or open. And simply when she instructed them now to close the eyes, they were able to get this vision. Brothers and sisters, as we bring our Kathaa to a close tonight, let me quickly summarize. It's amazing how time flies when we're having fun, how we're in bhakti. As seekers, we should never be desperate. We should never be disappointed. We should always remember that nothing happens without the will of God. Not even a blade of grass will move without the blessings of the Lord. So sometimes we question. Many people, I'm sure some of the Pandits will tell us, many times, especially at funerals, I've heard this and it pains me. A son or daughter will say, Baba, I don't have a God. God will like me. Why take my mother? Why take my father? Have you heard this? I'm sure some people will share this with you. It's painful, devotees, especially when a mother or father has to put a child to rest. Nothing happens without the will of God. Always remember this. No matter how tough the going gets, the answer is here. Sankat Mochan. You've given it tonight. After fulfilling her desires and so forth, Swayambhava then departed, and tonight we close with this final doha. And I will do a quick summary. I know we have a few speakers this evening, but before we do so, the Swami Tushkashi. Others, sir.
मरहि पान कहु सो गए प्रभु की अज्ञान धरी शीस उर भारी राम चरण जुग जेवं नारा अजय सिया है राम
Then left for the forest of Badrinath in the Himalayas, cherishing in her heart for Rama's 2 feet, which are adored by Brahma and Mahisha. She then journeyed on to receive moksha. Brothers and sisters, to develop one's morale and mental strength, one needs to practice sadhana for disciplining the mind. Not by simply taking a bath and wearing on white dhoti and white kurta, we will achieve this stage. You have to practice it. It doesn't come naturally. It has to be practiced. It has to be instilled. With regard to service, you have to decide what is sattvic and what is rajasic. We go and clean streets. We build roads and villages. We dig wells, Seva4Life. And we do them all as service to the community. But the kind of service that we should do is to give real happiness to people. Build a school for girls, that is happiness. Take them away from that normalcy that we know. At the age, young teenage girls getting married, say, oh, go on, bele roti and so forth. No. There's a better thing. There's so much better by doing this. Any person whom you wish to serve, you should regard as the embodiment of the divine. Think about this a second. Anybody you wish to serve, any person you wish to serve, you should regard them as the embodiment of the divine. How many of you from Trinidad? Are you familiar with Supari Mai? Have you heard of this? Yes, I see her shaking. Supari Mai is a Roman Catholic saint. Not so? Some people say she's Mother Durga. We have different beliefs then. But on that Good Friday, that Easter weekend, the pastor in Siparia, where my mom is from Siparia, will go and wash the feet. He will wash the feet of the beggars and those who have come for the darshan and blessings. Many scriptures in the Bible, all of these scriptures, they talk about this. And this is how we serve. This is how, you know what that shows? It shows that the ego has been removed, that I am capable enough, I can wash the feet of another person. The ego is gone, it's removed. Going to the help of the destitute and those who are neglected, like these girls, is rendering service to God. I commend you all of you, rendering service to God. Narayana has two forms, Lakshmi Narayan, Daridra Narayan. This Lakshmi Narayan is full of wealth, and he's able to help numbers of people. He will be able to get many persons to serve him. But for Daridra Narayan, there is nobody to serve him. It is to such people that we should do selfless service to. Very small story how it goes. It's a story about bringing the importance of working together as one, as leaders, as servants in a community. You should recognize that along with you as an individual, there's also society and community. We are not living solely for ourselves. If that is your motto, something is wrong. Sing me after the Kathaa. We are not living solely for ourselves. We are not living solely for the sake of our family. We are living for the sake of the world. Even before you were born, your father and mother were there. Your father and mother were part of the society around you. Having been born into the community, how can you then walk away from the community? How can you turn your back on the community? This is the right opportunity for you to regard that the service to the community is service to God. Service to the community is service to God. On that note, I would like to commend Uncle Lechi. For so many communities, so many temples, so many organizations have come to Bharat Seva and Sangha to ask to use this facility for what? To propagate each other's causes. And he has done so with open arms. I'd like to give him an opportunity. We must push away the selfishness, and undertake the task of helping others. You probably would have read stories in the world where the moral is that God will like those people who like people around them, not themselves. On one occasion, Abu Ben Adam, he was returning to his home. When he found that there was some light coming out of the window in his bedroom, he looked through that window. He saw an angel that was sitting on his bed and using a golden pen and writing in a book. And gently, Abu Ben Adam entered the room and asked, "Mother, what are you doing?" He got a reply. She said, "I am an angel. I am a messenger of God. And I am writing a list of the names who have shown affection to God." Abu Ben Adam, he asked her, he says, "Is my name on that list?" She said, "No, it is not there." So Abu Ben Adam then told himself, he says, "I am not loved by God. Have I not been a devotee of God? What is my limitation?" He said. He just left it at that and he went into his room. On the next day now, he had to meet some people and he went out of the house. When he returned, he found again the same light shining out of his bedroom window. He asked again, he found the angel and said, "Mother, what is it that you're writing today?" The angel replied, "Today I am making a list of people who are loved by God." He asked, "Does this contain my name?" The angel replied, "In the whole list, I find only your name." He asked again a question, "For what reason is God loving me?" And the angel, who is the messenger of God, replied, "You believe that service to the people is service to the Lord. You are finding God in the people, and you are identifying the people with God. Oh, God loves you so because you feel that God is omnipresent." Brothers and sisters, in your daily lives, you're saying that God is omnipresent, but you're not putting it into practice. What should you do to regard God as being present in everyone? Everywhere you look and everyone you see, you should love all and serve all selflessly. The right thing to do is to have a broad vision of God and regard Him as being present everywhere. Sometimes, there's a saying, when you take off the lens that prevents you from seeing the true colors of everyone, it is only then you can see God. But we have too many lenses in our life today. Color, creed, caste, race, religion, and all these things. Remove those things. God is but one. To think that He is confined to some small place, or temple, or murti, or to bring the whole statue or the murti of God Himself is wrong. Because your ideas are narrow and very small. But one Sachin Sai Baba is saying to us, you are thinking of God as so narrow and so small, just to fit inside a murti. Oh no. Do not have such narrow ideas and views. You must broaden your vision and regard God as being present everywhere. And include that context that you should love and serve everyone selflessly. If you engage yourselves in this right action, you will not be bound by the consequences of karma, because the past karmas you have now the present life. Because of the past karmas, we have this present life. By your present karma, now you can ensure the freedom from birth and move on now back to Godhead. Praise the Lord, Bhagwan Ramachandra ki Jai. My dear brothers and sisters, we close tonight as we sing Kathaa Visarjana Hotu Hai Suno Veer Hanuman Ram Lakshman Janaki Sada Karo Kalyan.
Kathaa Visarjana Hotu Hai Suno Veer Hanuman Ram
Maha
My dear brothers and sisters, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to sit amongst you and to delve into our Holy Scriptures, Sri Ramchandra commands, and to sing and to chant and to glorify together as we did tonight, as we did last night, and we do again tomorrow morning with the blessings of Maryada Purushottam Sri Ramchandra Ji. I humbly ask all of you to please take something perhaps that you have heard for the first time tonight, put it into practice, and just make our lives better. If you have an opportunity to uphold, to uplift, and to empower someone, please do so. Love all and serve all selflessly, as I always like to do on this, speaking on this theory of love. I'd like to ask you to look to the person to the left of you tonight. Tell me if you know this person. Look to the person to your left. If you have nobody on the left, look to me. I want you to say to this person, I love you. Now look to the right and do the same. Nobody to the right of him. Tell this person, I love you. I love you all too. What did that just cost you? Do you have any more left? It's infinite. It never ends. Try it. Give it. Share it. Love all and serve all. That's the motto. That's what I leave you with. And this is the message of Maryada Purushottam Bhagavan Shri Ram and Ramaduta Bhavanaputta Hanuman Ji. This is what he stood for. So much love in his heart for Prabhu Shri Ram when he opened his chest. Who was there? Ram, Janaki Devi Mata, Sita Mata. I know we have a plethora of speakers tonight, but I'm going to ask Seva4Life for 5 more minutes, if that's okay. Yes? Okay, good. We have something that I would love to share with you this evening. It's a bhajan. And I want to have you listen to all of us sing tonight. To all the Pandits as well, thank you all so much. Swamiji, all of you, thank you so much for glorifying us. I want to give a special round of applause tonight for a young gentleman who, without him tonight, you couldn't hear me. That's my brother Mahadev there, sound system engineer, and his beautiful daughters. Thank you so much. This bhajan says, amidst the battle of life, O mind, sing the praises of Lord Rama. On this field, you shall find earth and heaven. The Lord can be found here as well as the eternal womb. There is no duty greater than chanting the name of Sri Ram. Tonight, we glorify Him. I want you to feel the energy as we raise the level of vibrations that are very sincere tonight. Bharat Seva Sangha. Praise the Lord, Maryada Purushottam Bhagavan Ramachandra Ji. Kathaa tonight, our session of devotion, would have inspired you in some way, that you will make it your duty to join us again tomorrow morning for more. And hopefully, in the near future, we'll do more. We'll go into deeper into Ramayan. There's so many beautiful, untouched Kathas in this beautiful scripture of ours. I say to you, Koti Koti Dhanyavad, all the Pandits, Swamijis, Koti Koti Dhanyavad, to all musicians, our singers. Thank you all. Seva4Life, Dhanyavad. Jai Shri Ram. And thank you.
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की, व्यास पंडित नील देव की. Panditji, we all know that whatever you give to the world, the universe have a way of bringing it back to you. Collectively, we all want to say, we love you.
Love you too.
Without breaking the sanctity of the devotion, of the inspiration, of the love that flowed from that Singha, we move straight into a bhajan by our sister Pamela. Thank you very much, Bahenji. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm sure many of you do not know me, or you do not know of my connection with Seva4Life. But quite a few years back, there are 4 souls who I met. I had Vijay, Panditji, Bhai Bohit, and our next speaker, President Royji. And it is through their hearts, their selfless heart of giving, that I pledge myself and say, as long as the motive remains the same, I will always be a strong supporter. I came from a background where it says that serve humanity and you serve God. Sometimes you only come to Monday and Sundays. Sometimes you come once a day. But oh God, we see our people around us every single day. And I'm so honored and feel privileged to call these my brothers, and I've seen a lot of our sisters last night. And our last conversation was over an hour that we had. When Pai Roy talked about the sisters, I can feel the love flowing from his heart about these wonderful sisters who are giving, because the world flows from motherhood. Please, I indulge and ask you to give a lending ear to the President of Seva4Life, our brother who took on this mantle. And every Pandit, Swamiji, every Pandit knows we must give up something of our lives to serve community. Our families at home, they're all by themselves, we're all here. So is being a president of Seva4Life. Paya, the class palms, I invite you to the podium as the president of this worldwide organization, Seva4Life.
Namaskar and Sitaram, everyone. Such kind words, beautiful introduction, but I can tell you this: there is no Seva4Life if it's not for the team of Seva4Life. With that being said, to all of our Reverend Pandits, Swamiji, to grace us with your presence, it's an honor and a privilege. My most humble pranam to you. To the Bharat Sevashram Sangha, Uncle Lake, and all the board of directors here and the devotees, we thank you for allowing us to be here and be a part of the ashram, and to collaborate this 3 days of Ramayan Yagya in aid of those suffering from the basic necessities of life. The same necessities that we need is what we're working for: food, water, shelter, clothing, education, and medicine. To Pandit Neil, such a wonderful soul, inspirational, a dedicated individual, an advocate for Seva4Life for over 8 years. Please, once again, I'm going to single him out. Put your hands together for Panditji. Just before I go in to talk a little bit about our projects, our past and our present projects, we just have a small little slideshow to share with you.
thank you, Bahanji, Biswani Persad, and your family for sponsoring school books, pencils, and erasers for all these children, all these needy children. Bhagwan bless you always. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you very much, Bahanji. For your contribution for education. Thank you. Namaskar. Today, after study, children while receiving snacks, there are 45 students present today. Thank you. Hello, Namaskar. On behalf of Seva4Life, we want to thank you, Devi, Kamal, and your entire family for sponsoring this feeding to these hungry children. In the name of our Guru Nanak Dev Ji. May Guru Nanak Dev Ji always bless you all. May Guru Nanak Dev Ji always bless you all. Thank you once again for this wonderful feeding to the poor children in Bihar, India. Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Bharat for giving these grains and grocery to the families in need. May Bhagwan Krishna continue to bless you with his divine blessings for your retirement. Once again, thank you so much for your wonderful donation for the 100 family we have selected. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Bharat. Namaskar. Thank you. Namaskar. On behalf of Seva4Life, we want to thank you, Bahan Tara ji, to help sponsoring these blankets to these poor families. May Bhagwan always bless you and your beautiful family. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bahan Tara ji. Hello, Namaskar. I have selected this family for the house. You can see the condition of the house. House number 2, 2024. They are the family members. Thank you very much for sponsoring this home for the family. For the family, Yagya. inside. You can see it is broken. It is made of plastic. The kitchen over here. This is in worse condition. This is why we have selected this room. Thank you.
And those applause are at the right time. It's for you. It's because of what you have done that the goals that we put out are achieved. These are some of our past programs that we have done. You've heard yesterday about the 108 homes that we ventured out to build in Bihar, India. And in 2023, those 108 homes were completed. In 2014, we started our school program for these children. I want you to bear in mind, if you've been to Bihar, India, then you know. If you haven't, I'll just give you a gist of it, as Panditji and I were talking yesterday when we were sitting downstairs. I want you to think about our little daughter that's sitting right there, maybe the age of 4 to 5. Then we have over here about 6 to 8, and then we have here maybe about 4 to 5. How old are you? 6. So imagine, I'm not too far off, because what we do when we go to Bihar, India, we walk the grounds, and we walk into the fields. And what do? We pick them out. And how do we do that? With candy. It works. If you have a bag, they don't say candy, they say chocolate. Everything is chocolate. Biscuit is chocolate, everything is chocolate. And you wave it like this, and they will come to you. And when they come to you, they will take this one little biscuit and they will bite just a little piece of it. And then they will tuck the rest in their pocket. So we decided, hey, this is what is needed. For us to break the cycle of poverty, we need to educate. That system works. The whole of North America, Europe, it works. Why have it not worked yet for India? Well, it has worked for India. They have brilliant people in India. But nobody wants to go to Bihar, India. Meaning in the villages where nobody goes. So with our school project, it was successful. We found that it was very helpful. That brings us to our all-girls school campus. And what this is going to do for these younger girls, like Panditji said, they will not get married at an early age. It will give them the opportunity to study. It will give them the opportunity to be in a safe environment. And at the same time, we will also give them medical attention. So these girls could become something. You have hopes for your children. Why shouldn't they have hope for theirs? So today, I would like to ask someone to come up here. This is one of our donors. Their son is supposed to be here today. Who is the actual donor? Josh Harry, but he had somewhere to go. And the timing wasn't working out, but he will be here tomorrow. But you know what? I'm going to ask his dad to come up here to just say a few words. Please. Mr. Martin Harry.
Hey guys, what a great service. Wasn't it great? Uplifting. When I first heard about this organization, it was through my wife. And she does a lot of research into things. And we have a lot of people that come to me for donations and presentations and do these things. And I always ask a lot of questions. And so does my wife. And I started asking questions like, does 100% of these funds go towards these operations? And the answer I got from Roy was, yeah, every single penny. There's nothing for admin, there's nothing for expenses. We go and invest everything that's donated to us to this foundation and the services it provides. And I thought, well, I've heard people say this, but do they really do it? So investigated some more, and what he said was actually true. It is so impressive when you look at the things that are being presented here, on the opportunity to provide a service or services to people that do not have it. How many things do we take for granted in our lives? And you think, yeah, I get up in the morning, I drink a cup of warm water, I'm good, I go take a shower, get ready for work. A lot of people do not have that luxury, because for them, it is a luxury. And so, when I heard this story, I sat down and I looked at it and said, this is something I can become associated with. And so what did I do? I started talking to my kids. I have one son and one daughter. My son is Joshua. My daughter is Lilith. And I explained what was happening here, and they got really interested. But unfortunately, my daughter's out of town working and going to school. And so Josh came, he goes, you know what? While I'm home for the summer, he's just wrapping up law school. And by the way, young ladies, he's single, just in case. He's wrapping up law school, and he said, this is something I can get behind. This is something I want to do. And he convinced me to actually, he's going to make a donation in his name. And so from Joshua Harry, a little token to get this project kick-started, because it is so, so important, and the work that you do is so important. There are not too many people around that do this kind of thing without looking for a reward, without linking to some politician in the country to get some benefit out of it. Because I've gone to countries and I've been to places where they have projects, and then a politician calls you aside and goes, I need 20% before you can do anything. And you go, yeah, okay, bye. You just killed something really good for your people. And I know this doesn't happen here. And once again, thank you so much for the work that you do.
Once again, Mr. Martin Harry. So I just want to make it very official here tonight to announce with our very own Pandit Rudranath and Swamiji to make this official before I actually make any decisions. Before the board, all of our sisters over here, our bhais over there, before we make any decisions, we don't just follow the bylaws and the charters of the government for charitable organizations. The first things we do as Sanatan Hindu Dharma, what we follow, is we go to Pandit Rudranath, we go to Swamiji and say, this is what we would like to do. And until we get that blessing, nothing gets done. This is what Seva4Life stands for. We want to carry this with us, not just for today, tomorrow. I have said this to all of our sisters, all of our bands here. I said to them, we may leave here 20, 30, 40 years. We may leave here in 20 seconds. But the projects that we're doing is going to help people for generation and generation. If you listen to our scriptures, I'm not one to quote on scriptures, but I listen to our scriptures. Whatever you do today, whatever you do for those who you don't know, it's only that you could carry with you. That is the only thing you could carry with you. So if you're hearing over and over and over, you can't take anything with you except this one thing. Tell me, why why not do that one thing? Why worry about everything else? Here's the equation. Do everything else and do this as well, because it's going to come with you. Just before I end off, I would like to say that you, the donors, the individuals that follow us, I met so many aunties here that said, Roy, I told you I was coming. And the love that they give to us, such a wonderful feeling. We have an information table in the back. We have some flyers and pamphlets that you could take with you. Become a part of what we do. Not just financially, but come to our meetings. Sit down. Even if you say one word, that means you are in. Pandit Neil, Pandit Joe had the opportunity to come to our meetings. Very structured. Because this is serious things that we're doing. We're taking other people's children's lives and we're putting it in our hands. So that's serious. So I'm asking you, please join us. Pick up a pamphlet. We have our phone numbers, we have our contact information here. Anyone of our band here in the red saris, anybody you can talk to, stop us, ask questions. Please. If it's one thing you're going to take away, actually two things, if you're going to take away tonight. One, first, is the beautiful delivery of the Kathaa that Pandit Neil gave to us. Correct, everyone? Beautiful Kathaa. And secondly, I ask that you do that one thing, that when you leave this world and you're gone, do that one thing that you could carry with you, and that is Seva. Once again, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. My most humble namaskar, Sitaram to each and every one of you.
My dear brothers and sisters, I want to say that our Bhaiya, his son, and their family have just donated 10,000. You know, Bhaiya, when you were speaking, all of us, we probably say, we help a child in another part of the world that we may never see. That child, because of the education, might become one of the best computer minds in the world and write a program that a doctor may use to save our children's life here in North America. Is this not a blessing to you and your family? To all of us that will come back to us in abundance. Thank you so very much. I don't want to do what I want to do today, I'll do tomorrow, but we're running out of time and we have Pandit Vishnu here with us. Priya, can you come up and say a few words? After which I would like to ask Pandit Dave and Devin if you can come set up for the final song before Aarti.
Hare Om Ganga Taranga Maniya Chakapam Ghari Nirantar Vibhushita Vamavam Narayanam Priyamanam Gamaraparam Varanasi Purapatim Bhaje Vishwanatham Mahadeva Shankar Bhagavan ki jai Sitaram Chandra Bhagavan ki jai Reverend Vyasji, Swamiji, my brother Pandits, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters all, Namaskar and Jai Sitaram to all of you. It is indeed a great blessing this evening for me to join with all of you to listen to Rama's Kathaa. Perhaps one of the greatest speakers of the Ramayana, Sant Murari Bapu, he says the Ramayana in this age of Kali is like a mirror. That when we look inside of it, we see a true reflection of who we are. When we look at the Ramayana and we look at the teachings of Bhagavan Ram, we can determine if we are Kaushilya or Kekari. We can tell if we are Ram Bhagavan or if we are Ravan. We can tell if we are Sugriva or we are Bali. And to listen to Ram's Katha in this age of Kali is a tremendous blessing, my dear friends. In the Ramayan Mahatyam it says, Ramayana Sura Taro Nichaya Dukha Paya Taro Nikata Jovaya. That the Ramayana and the teachings of Bhagavan Ram is like the tree of the Devatas. And when we think of a tree, what does a tree give? Two important things. A tree gives fruits. We have just seen what kind of fruits Ramayan Katha can give in the form of charity. Fruits that remove poverty from our life. This is the blessings of Ram Bhagwan. And it also gives, a tree gives shade. In this world that we live in today, when the pain of sorrow, despondency, and distress, we have to bear that pain in our trials and tribulation. Ram's Katha and the blessings of Bhagwan Ram can alleviate that from our life. Tonight we're very, very blessed and privileged to listen and to have Ram's Katha from our Vyasji. To this very prestigious organization, the members, the brothers and the sisters, Seva4Life, I can only pray that Bhagwan Ram continue to bless you, to continue what you have set out to do. Whatever mission you undertake, especially this girls' campus and computer lab, I have full faith that the Lord will guide you towards success. I pray that Bhagwan bless you in your mission. You know, once someone asked me, Panditji, why do you support Seva4Life? And what is their aim? Right? I'll tell you what I tell them. I said, I have no choice. Because Seva4Life, when I support them, I'm supporting my Dharma. What is Dharma? Satya, Daya, Tapa, Saucham. Honesty and truthfulness. We just heard why Hari talk about how truthful and honest and where every money goes. Satya. Daya. To do what you do takes great compassion. That is one of the legs of Dharma. This is what this group have. Satya, Daya, Tapa. What are we doing here? Our MC mentioned, it is one of the only organizations that is not religiously affiliated that puts God first. And Saucham, cleanliness. So I support my Dharma, Seva4Life. And what is their aim? I do not have to say any message. I know what is the aim. Seva, service, until their last breath. I wish you all the best, and Bhagwan Ram's blessing to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Panditji. Brothers and sisters, I just have two community announcements. Right here in this very hall, next Saturday at this time, we will have a Guyanese descendant of the most highest caliber, a man who has reached to Bollywood standard, no other than Ben Persad, coming here next week Saturday. He's coming to help raise funds for Dharmic Cultural Center in Cambridge. Bahen Sharmila is here. Bahenji, thank you so much for coming out. And again, we talk about Bhaiya Lake and his good work at saying to them all from Cambridge, come here, we'll give you the money to do it. And then when Ben Parag came in 2017 to the Rose Theatre, the one person, the leader of the band at that time was no other than David Ramatar. And that was a sold out of 800 people. Once again, David Ramatar and all the Mahadev sisters will be accompanying him. The only thing is, you gotta pay to see them next week. But it's for a good cause, to raise money for another one of our mandirs. So I implore you, when Sharmila is here, see her, talk to her, if you haven't gotten your tickets. Then the next one is happening tomorrow. All of us, Panditji, or most of us, came from that part of India, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and our forefathers brought with them this type of singing. This type of singing that we revered and we liked so much. And we took that type of singing and we give it our own Caribbean flavor. We call it Tan singing. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Mahalakshmi Narayan Mandir in Mississauga, 33 of our youths, most of them are around here, they will be presenting at a free concert in preservation of this rich culture, this art form. And when we came to Canada, we thought, gosh, this is dying. But thanks to this one brother of mine, under David Rotal, that culture remained active. And to sing for us the next song, I implore all of you, it is at 6515 Kittiman Drive, Mahalakshmi Narayan Mandir. Come there tomorrow, 3 o'clock. It is going to be a free concert, but a sold-out concert. So Devin just returned from India about 2 weeks ago, accompanying that entire family from Sangeet Vidyalaya School of Music and Sangeet Store. I present to you for the final bhajan before Aarti, the Ramatar's family on this time.
Namaste, Sitaramji, Vyasji, Swamiji, and everyone. Thanks for inviting us. I'm very happy to be here. This bhajan reminds us that Sri Ramji and Sri Krishna Ji and so many of our spiritual heroes walked the earth at a different period in history, in time. And we speak so much of these personalities, these heroes, spiritual masters, of coming to a great society of Adharma. But it's not only that they've done. You've heard from Ramayan that they came to teach us, to tutor us to be humble and charitable and caring. And we're here for that exact purpose, to be with Seva4Life in this beautiful mission of theirs. Bhajarams Krishna Devi. जे श्रद्धा संबल रहित नहीं संतत कर साथ, तिन कहु मानस अगम अति, जिन नहीं प्रिय गुना
भज राम कृष्णा गिरधारी बनवारी, भज राम कृष्णा गिरधारी। भज राम कृष्णा गिरधारी बनवारी, भज जय जय रघुबर जय विश्वम्बर जय नटवर बनवारी, जय जय रघुबर जय विश्वम्बर जय नटवर बनवारी। भज राम कृष्णा गिरधारी बनवारी, भज सतयुग में तू विष्णु रूप धरी, सतयुग में तू विष्णु रूप धरी, ध्रुव को काज सवारी, भक्त प्रहलाद को जान बचाई, निकल हरना कुश में पवन धर्म को, हरना कुश में, हरना कुश में पवन धर्म को, नभ से पार घटाई गिरधारी, भगवान जय जय रघुबर जय विश्वम्बर जय नटवर बनवारी, जय जय रघुबर जय विश्वम्बर जय नटवर बनवारी। त्रेता में तू राम रूप धरी, त्रेता में तू राम रूप धरी, अठक रूपा ऋषि को संकट वाले पार बनाई। राजा रावण बहुत अभिमानी, राजा रावण, राजा रावण बहुत अभिमानी, राजा रावण बहुत अभिमानी, उसको मार जुटाई विभीषण राज दिलाए, भज राम कृष्ण गिरधारी, भज राम कृष्ण गिरधारी बनवारी, भज राम। जय जय रघुबर जय विश्वम्बर जय नटवर बनवारी, जय जय रघुबर जय विश्वम्बर जय brothers and sisters, I implore you tomorrow to join us once again here at 9 a.m. You see, the body needs dal and rice to survive, but our soul, it needs spiritual guidance. It needs spiritual teachings. And as such, as we come back here tomorrow, we are going to put in our system that which we need to take us to the next level. Before I ask Pandit Rajesh to come up and do a prayer for us, as we're moving into RT, I hope my sisters, oh yes, they're all ready. Pandit J, could you say a final prayer for us before we move into RT with our musicians? Once again, give all of our, are you proud of our musicians? Are you proud of our children?
Members of the Kirtan Mandali, honored Pandits, Swamiji, and to all you devotees who are here, you're here for a very good cause. No need for me to elaborate, but my only advice is to continue to support a very worthy cause and a very divine, dedicated mission in service. It tells us in our scriptures, Kali Yuga me Satsangh. In the time of Kali Yuga, organization, unity, and togetherness is power, and it is for worthy cause. Let us pray. Gaulo Kadama Dipatendarama Govinda Namo Dharadina Vatsara Radha Patema Javasatvatam Patem Singha Sinasmin Mama Sanamoko Devi Prapanna Bihare Prasidha Prasidha Mata Jagato Kilashe Prasidha Vishmeshwari Pahi Vishwan Tvaneshwari Vichara Charasye Bole Vrindavan Bhagavad
Thank you very much, Panditji. And before you stand for RT, I just want to announce that food will be downstairs right after RT. We can all make our way downstairs. And I want to thank CU and others who have helped in preparing this wonderful meal for us. Thank you so much. Also, may I implore you that we need to identify and know when there are certain mandirs that give us their things like these, the cost to run these. You know, we don't pay the bills, they'll shut us down. And as such, the only thing that mandir have asked for is that to know that they're also available for to celebrate your anniversaries and weddings. So talk to our brother Lake, Dr. Lake, and find out how you can make this mandir part of yours for your own personal any events or things that you may have. May I kindly ask that we all stand and join in honor.
Praise the Lord, Hari Om Sadham Chavat Samhita Pahya Vijidamaya Deepam Prahana Vedam Vidamah Yane Gani Devapani Jagat Tacha Amitani Virashiti Pradakshana Pare Pare Arati Shri Ramaya Arati Shri
Lead us on eternity. Maya, Purushottam, Shri Tonight we come upon you, Lord, we call upon you. O Father of this universe, your name alone, Lord, help me to speak eloquently. The cripple of blind, the highest mountain, and the blind to see, Lord. We ask you to understand. Shiva Hare, Shiva Ram, Sate Prabhu, Privita Parivar Hare, Aditeshwari Yadav Pariva, Shiva Hare, Vijayam Kurvela, Kamalalo Chanaram Rayani, Araguru Pradakshat Gopane, Shiva Taro Mahashankar Pariva, Shiva Hare, Vijayam Kurvela, Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam, Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam, Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam, Om Mangala Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangala Garbhadra, Mangala Pumanika, Mangala Itanubhai, Om Yoga Shanti, Amitarishavam Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Abha Shanti, Shiva Shanti, Vasave Shanti, Vishnudeva Shanti, Brahma Shanti, Sarvam Shanti, Om Shanti Deva, Shanti Sama, Shanti Devi, Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Prem Sonajan Swami ki, Mat Mahadev ki, Satya Sanatana Dharma ki, Prabhu Ramachandra Bhagavan ki, Bhagavad Bihayana ki, Adi Shankar Bhagavan ki, Namo Bhagavate Pate, Har Har Mahadev. Jai Shri Ram. Koti Koti Dhanyavad. Tomorrow we look forward to seeing you properly at 9 a.m. for Kathaa. We conclude by 12 noon. Once again, thank you. Food, bhojan has been prepared for everyone. Please have some before you make your departure. Travel safely to your homes, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dhanyavad. Jai Shri Ram.
Dhanyavad.
Thank you. 9:30 to 12:30, I'm correct. 9:30 to 12:30, so you get an extra 30 minutes of sleep. If you want. Thank you.
Bhairaji, let's hit the, how many class media? Oh, you can see the finish button on the side.
Right. Okay.